Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, I want to talk about a game.
What?
Let's talk about the Bills-Texans game.
No, it's not.
Let's talk about that because, first of all, it was a good game. It was an entertaining game. Figured it was going to be good. A nice matchup. 2-3-1 teams coming in. Okay, two things. One,
Bring me back to that.
receivers need to catch the ball. One. Two, what the actual hell was that play calling at the end? It was so atrocious to throw that ball 3 times out of your own end zone and you got no timeouts. And instead of potentially just going into overtime, you're in, again, your own end zone. So best case scenario, you complete it and you move like 20 yards and maybe get a field goal range, but that's a big if.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you stop the clock. Oh, wait, that's what happened. Worst case scenario, throw an interception, right? Get a safety. The potential for negative play is significant. And instead of sending that into overtime, they give the ball back because it's 3 straight incompletions. Yeah. And the Texans go, okay. And then they go and they kick the game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
Bro.
I get it. I get the criticism there, and I don't disagree with it. It's just...
This is the kind of stuff that you have like Josh Allen as your quarterback, all that great stuff, and win you lots of football games. But this is also what like set, and again, it's week 5. Like I'm not panicking or anything like that or making any grand statements about the Bills. But this is the kind of thing that separates like, wins from losses in this league.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen completed 9 passes yesterday.
Yeah, I think he had one of the lowest like completion percentages for a quarterback throwing over 25 passes or some shit like ever. There's lots of bad stats out there for Josh. Wasn't working.
No.
And the problem is it's the second week in a row for the Bills. And the Bills through the first 3 weeks look like the best team in the NFL. And now they look tragically flawed. We were going to put out after their third win, Will and I were talking about whether we should do this Chiefs are boring episode or an episode about why we think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl this year. And we didn't do the Bills one.
That's good.
We didn't do the Bills one. It's not looking good.
Dude.
It's just like, Khalil Shakir didn't play. And I think it's not like he's this insane receiver, but I think their offense is a little better with him on the field. They looked so good, and they just got worked. Maybe the Texans defense is starting to really figure it out, and they're going to be...
And they didn't have Mixon.
A story moving forward. Diggs had a nice game.
Yep.
Against his old team, obviously.
Bring out the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also, holy God, that was scary, Kevin. So you just put this in here. So Allen goes down, and when the play was happening, because I was watching on Red Zone, he gets hit, and I was like, ooh, he looks like the camera cut away, but it looked like he came down hard. And then they showed his head bouncing off the damn field, and he looked like he was out. Like he was, it didn't look like there was anything there. And then he got cleared. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. So again, you got to hope, because Justin Fields, like he took a shot yesterday too during that game, and it looks like he was going to continue. Then they pulled him out of the huddle, and they're like, no, we got to send in Kyle Allen for a little bit and make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
There
was four quarterbacks scary. Did that. So Allen, because then he was going to he went to the tent or whatever. He came back out. So Josh Allen, you mentioned Fields. Aaron Rodgers got pretzeled. His leg got pretzeled. He was going to go to the tent, but then Sam Darnold threw that pick, and Aaron rushed back out to the field and had like his most impressive drive of the game. They couldn't answer with a touchdown. They settled for a field goal. But and also Sam Darnold took a nasty shot in that game, like to the ribs, to the mid body region.
Wild.
He goes out for one play. You're like, oh man, he might be out. Like they got to check on him. Nick Mullins comes in. They take a deep shot with Mullins. He completes it.
Yep.
And then Darnold back out there. And unfortunately, Sam Darnold came right back in and pitched it. And the Vikings, I think Ty Chandler fumbled it. And it was not on Darnold, but yeah, 4 quarterbacks, you're like, oh, they might be really hurt, and then they're back immediately.